Ready to clap.
That was two, let me just do one. Hello and welcome to this third video, which is going to be an interview with my brother Richard, who is also a professional poker player. He's 27 years old, he's had quite a long poker career now. He did go through a short stint of a few jobs, but he decided that poker was the way to go. And let's go with the interview. All right, what would you say attracts you about poker?
Attracts me to poker.
To poker, yeah.
I'd say at first it was just being competitive. Mom and dad both played, so it was easy to learn. And then I just wanted to win. And then after that, the money was better than a normal job. And then just the freedom, really. Like, obviously living in Thailand now, I've been able to live in Thailand for the last like 2.5 years. Do what I want when I want. I'm my own boss, all that kind of stuff. It's just, the freedom.
Fair enough. I think that's probably the same reason I play as well.
Well, you probably play because I made you play.
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. How much would you say you've influenced me at poker?
I would say, without trying to, I don't know whether this is arrogant, but I would say like a lot. I would say that.
Do you think I'd be rubbish if it wasn't for you?
No, I definitely don't think you'd be rubbish, but like, I think that people that go away to learn poker, obviously they're gonna find like coaching or that sort of stuff. But I was always that guy for you type thing. I was always the first coach that you came to. I was always the guy that pointed you in the right direction. I tried to make you not make the same mistakes I did after I'd learned from them, where it was harder for me to like fix my bad habits, and I was just trying to help you not have those bad habits in the first place type thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm definitely not saying that you wouldn't have made it without me, because I think you would have, but I think that I've made it a bit more streamlined for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. What advice would you give to someone who was just starting out with poker?
Well, it depends like what they want from poker. If they want to enjoy poker, then I'd say like don't even worry about anything. Just go out and enjoy it. Just pick things up as you go along. Use your common sense. Talk to people about it. If you want to get good at poker, I'd say you have to be prepared for how much work it's going to take. Everyone always thinks they're better than they are, and inevitably, whoever's trying to get into poker now will think that as well. And you just got to make sure that you get rid of your ego. That was the biggest thing for me, was just trying to reduce the size of my ego. It's obviously never going to fully go away, but you've got to be able to manage that and always accept that you need to be learning and you need to be working on your game constantly if you're going to stay in the game.
Okay, speaking of people always thinking they're better than they are, if 10 is, on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is the perfect poker player, which doesn't exist, what would you rate yourself out of 10?
It's hard to say, because like I'd say there's two scales, because obviously I'd say compared to like a recreational player, I'd say I was pretty highly rated. But then if you compare it on like good online poker players, where you get like people like OTB Red Baron and Linus, I'd say like I'm probably nowhere near them.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say if you took all the poker players in the world, which includes a lot of recreational players, I'd put myself like 9.5 out of 10. But if you took like the top, like everyone above 9 in that category, then I'd probably be nearer to like a 4.
What is your favourite poker memory and why?
I guess it's weird, because like I remember winning a big tournament when I won like 26k, and I guess when I think back, that's one that stands out. But it's only because it's a big number and it was pretty life changing for me at the time. But like one of the biggest things for me getting good at poker is kind of like I'm less emotionally affected by like the results.
Yeah.
So like nothing really stands out. I guess I'd probably more get a joy out of your results than my results for the big scores.
Oh, why is that?
Just because like you sort of vicariously through you, like I don't care about my results. I'm more like expect my results. Like eventually I'll win a big tournament, or eventually I'll win this. But you know, most of the time I'm probably going to lose, and like when I win, that isn't that much of a big deal.
If you weren't allowed to play poker ever again, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well, I did try the whole real job thing.
Yeah, so what would you say led you from leaving the working conventional world to the poker world?
Well, I was always like flirting with poker. As soon as I finished uni, I got a job. Like I did all the like work in a casino, work in the bookies. And then I moved to London. I realised I couldn't afford to work in London with a real job. I think I was in recruitment. And then I got a real job where I was working on like nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers and and then I was getting paid reasonably well, but I was still only picking up like £1,500 a month, and I was knackered, and I had like 40. Well, I was away all week working, and then I get back tired, and everything. And like me when I was like 18, like, oh, that's great, you can go and play all the GPSs at the weekend, and you're gonna have all this money to do whatever you want. And then I used to get back and be like, oh, I could go play GPS Stoke, and I'd be like, no, I'm too tired, I'm not doing that. And that was just like, what's the point of having like money if you didn't have time?
Yeah. So I think we've come back to the same idea that it is always about the freedom.
Yeah. So I think if I was doing something different other than poker, it would just have to be like
Having your own business. Or...
Yeah, I think when I get involved in more projects that I'm more passionate about, I don't mind giving my time. So that you're doing something with my own, setting up my own business. I don't know what it would be. It's easy just to say that.
Yeah.
But I think that ultimately I would have found something, even if like maybe I had looked into trading a bit more, or looked into, other things that I could have done more freelance. But yeah, just the idea of having a 9 to 5 until I'm 60 or whatever I would have to be. I just never ever want to do that.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of got that from our parents. The idea that the 9 to 5 is like should be avoided if possible.
Yeah, well, mum ran her own business,
Yeah.
and then she was pretty successful. And then obviously dad, they know her in the pub, so that's like, again, he just does something that he enjoys doing, rather than, and he's quite happy to do that. So
yeah, so I think I'm quite thankful that we had that ingrained, because it's.
Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe
I was actually about to. There's some drawbacks to it, because the times that poker wasn't going well, it was hard.
Yeah,
it was really hard.
Maybe like I wish that they'd ingrained on me to like go and get that 9 to 5. I mean, I don't think this is true, but like maybe if I was happy doing that, that'd have been great, because that's like not the easy option, but that's like the option.
It's definitely true that happiness is linked to your expectations. So if you're happy with a 9 to 5, then that's kind of the dream, because it's the conventional way to go. But if you're not happy with a 9 to 5, it makes your options very limited, and it makes you unhappy in most of the conventional ways.
I have a friend. He did.
You have a friend? Oh.
That's the end of the story. I have a friend. He did golf management at uni.
I know this friend.
Yeah, and then he went on to become an accountant.
Yeah.
And now he works at Barclays in Canary Wharf. And like for a long time, when I was like 17, 18, and going to uni, that was like not necessarily golf management, but like that was my ideal route. That was like, go get a good professional job, go into banking,
have your trip to Vegas once a year,
get married, have kids. You're done. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to that. I mean, but what I'm trying to say is like he's super happy doing that. All you see on his Facebook is how much he loves doing that, and what he talks about is what he's doing. And I'm like, I laugh at him sometimes and go, I would never be happy doing that, but like he is, and who am I to like judge that?
Yeah, I've read something really interesting before, that was there was some guy that was working, I think, as like something to do with business, and every day he would come in and he would see the same secretary working 9 to 5, and he would be really unhappy with his job because he wanted a promotion, and he was just really confused as to how this secretary was happy every day. So one day he asked her, and she said, it's because I always dreamed of having my own desk and working in an office. So because that was her dream, she couldn't be happier to be this secretary, and that was it. I think it's really telling that it is literally your happiness is based on how you feel and where you are. It's not based on anything in particular, because you could be a billionaire and be unhappy, or you could have a conventionally bad job and be very happy. So it's
and I think it's not necessarily that either. It's like, I think I'm happiest when I'm making progress. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
I like, sometimes I'm like, I get fatter, but I'm actually like, when I'm going to the gym, it's not necessarily that I'm the most peak physical condition. It's just the fact that I'm actually going now, that I'm happier now.
There's a trend.
I'm making progress towards that. Like, and with poker, you get that a lot, because you don't necessarily set yourself monetary goals, but you're like, oh, I'm making money. Like, whatever my next step is after poker, like, I'm getting towards that now, because I'm building a pile of money that I can then do something with. I don't know what that is yet, but
when it's there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. This has been Rich. Do you want to say anything before you finish?
Do they have to vote for you?
I don't know. It's kind of picked by Jeff Gross and Andrew Neem.
Oh, well.
If you're watching, please pick me.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.